Helen was deadheading roses in her backyard when the dizziness hit. 1 second fine. The next, she was on the ground staring up at the sky. Her phone inside the kitchen counter. She lay there for close to 6 hours before her daughter, 2 hours away, got worried and asked a friend to check. Helen, 68, sharp as a tack, volunteers at the library twice a week. Until that Tuesday. She would have laughed if you suggested she needed any special setup for living alone. Here's the thing. Living independently after 60 isn't just about hanging on to your freedom. It's about building the kind of foundation that lets you keep that freedom without lying in your backyard for 6 hours, hoping someone notices you're missing. What I'm sharing today comes from real people over 60 who figured out what actually matters when you're on your own, not from some corporate wellness checklist. Some of this might save your life. Some will just make each day easier, more comfortable, less lonely, because nobody wants to say this out loud. But living alone after 60 can be the best chapter of your life. Or if, and this is the big if, you set yourself up properly. Essential 1. A medical alert system that actually works. You know what Helen said after her backyard incident? I kept thinking, what if it had been a stroke instead of just dizziness? What if I couldn't call for help at all? She's not wrong to think that way. Thousands of older adults living alone face emergencies every day in which minutes matter and help feels impossibly far away. Medical alert systems have come a long way from those clunky pendants in the commercials. The new ones have automatic fall detection, meaning even if you're unconscious, the system will already be calling for help. Robert found this out the hard way. He's 74, was cleaning gutters on a Saturday, against his daughter's advice. He admits, when chest pains hit, he managed to press his alert button before he went down. 40 seconds later, a real person was talking to him through the device, assessing his symptoms while dispatching paramedics. They arrived in 9 minutes. The ER doc told Robert later that the speed saved his life. 10 more minutes and the heart attack would have been fatal. I bought the system to shut my daughter up. Robert told me, saved my life to shut my daughter up. There's some irony there. Look for 24/7 monitoring by actual humans, not just automated responses. Two-way communication, GPS tracking if you leave the house, battery backup for power outages, our medical guardian, Bay Alarm Medical, Life Phone. They run about $25 to $50 monthly, and most don't lock you into contracts. I know. You're thinking you don't need it yet. You're healthy. That's exactly what Helen thought. What Robert thought. But real independence isn't about refusing every offer of help. It's about having backup systems in place so you can keep living on your terms, safely, and test the damn thing every month. And press that button when nothing's wrong. Make sure the operators can hear you. Verify your emergency contacts are current. An untested medical alert system is just expensive jewelry. Essential 2. Lighting that actually lets you see where you're going. Want to know something that surprised me? Poor lighting causes more falls in older adults than balance problems. Not medications, not weakness, just not being able to see where you're stepping. At 60, your eyes need about 3 times as much light as they did at 20. That hallway you've walked through for 30 years without thinking? Hazard zone now. Motion-activated lights. Everywhere. Hallways. Bathrooms. Stairs. The GE Coverlight ones run maybe $20 each at Home Depot. No wiring. You literally just plug them in. When you get up at 3 a.m., the path lights up before you're even fully awake. Pay special attention to your route from your bedroom to the bathroom. Most nighttime falls happen right there. 1 motion light every 6 to 8 feet. If it's a 20-foot walk, you need at least 3 lights. No gaps, no dark spots. Get warm white bulbs. The 2,700 Kelvin to 3,000 Kelvin range. Not those harsh. Cool white ones that jolt you awake. Warm light gives you plenty of visibility without destroying your ability to fall back asleep. In the kitchen, go bright, 100-watt equivalent LEDs. You're reading medication labels, preparing food. You need to see clearly. The whole house upgrade costs somewhere between $50 and $100. But honestly, worth 10 times that, and get at least 2 lights with backup batteries. The Boundary LED emergency lights flip on automatically when power fails. Because fumbling in complete darkness at 2 a.m. is how people get hurt, if you're renting. Adhesive LED strips work great under cabinets and along baseboards. No wall damage, just peel and stick. Though, let's be honest, will you actually do this? Most people won't until after they've already fallen. Don't be most people. Essential 3. A system that doesn't rely on your memory for medications. When you live alone, you're your own pharmacist, nurse, and doctor's assistant, all rolled into one. Nobody's there to remind you about your morning pills or to double-check whether you've already taken them. And look, this isn't about doubting your mental sharpness. Even people with perfect memories forget whether they took their medication an hour ago or just thought about taking it. I do it all the time. Get a pill organizer with 4 compartments per day. Med Center system. Something like that. $15 to $30. Prevents the kind of medication errors that land people in the ER. If you're juggling a complicated schedule, 5 or more medications at different times, the automated dispensers are worth considering. Hero or MedMinder. They run $30 to $100 monthly, but they dispense pills at exact program times and alert family members if you miss a dose. Game changer if you're managing multiple prescriptions. Make a master medication list. Drug name. Dosage. What it treats. When you take it. And which doctor prescribed it. Keep copies on your refrigerator. In your wallet. And in a digital file your daughter can access. Because if paramedics show up and you can't talk, this list speaks for you. Start a simple diary. Every time you take medication, write down the date, time, and what you took. Eliminates that awful did I or didn't I. Anxiety. Like set up automatic refills and delivery with your pharmacy. CVS. Walgreens. And most independents now offer free delivery. PillPack goes further, delivers your medications pre-sorted by dose time. Download Medisafe or MyTherapy on your phone. Free apps. They send reminders, track doses, and check for dangerous drug interactions. Or don't do any of this and just keep wondering 3 times a day whether you took your blood pressure medication, your choice. But one way lands you in the hospital, and the other doesn't. Essential 4. People who notice when you go quiet. Technology's changed what it means to live alone, but only if you actually use it. The goal isn't Big Brother surveillance. It's staying connected in ways that preserve your independence while giving everyone peace of mind. Daily check-ins with someone you trust. My friend Barbara and her son use a thumbs-up emoji every morning by 9 a.m. if it doesn't show up. He calls. No answer. He contacts the next-door neighbor who has a spare key. Simple. Been working perfectly for 4 years. Video calling. Make it regular. Weekly video chats keep you connected to family. Let them see with their own eyes that you're okay. And keep you comfortable with the technology. FaceTime. Google Duo. Zoom. Doesn't matter which one. What matters is using it. Write down an emergency plan, specific. If I don't check in by 9 a.m., call my cell and landline. No answer after 2 attempts 30 minutes apart? Contact my neighbor Pat at 555-123. She has a key. If Pat's not available, call for a wellness check. The more detailed, the better. Post important contacts in multiple places. Refrigerator. Next to your phone. On your nightstand, in your wallet. Family, neighbors, doctor, pharmacy, and emergency services. Large print, at least 16-point font. Think about a key safe outside your home. Sure lock key box with a combination code known only to trusted people. If you fall and can't get to the door, emergency responders can get in without breaking anything. Just coordinate with your fire department so they know it exists. I'll be straight with you. This feels like overkill until the day you need it. Then it feels like the smartest thing you've ever done. Essential 5. Kitchen tools that won't burn your house down. The kitchen is where independence and danger shake hands. You've cooked for decades, but cooking alone. Different risks. Automatic stove shutoff devices, fire avert or iGuard stove. They detect when you've left the burner on too long or when smoke starts appearing, and automatically cut the power. $80 to $150. Expensive until you consider the alternative is burning down your house because you forgot about the soup. Replace heavy cookware with lightweight stuff. Cuisinart Green Gourmet or Tefal initiatives. Non-stick pots and pans you can actually maneuver. Even on days when your grip isn't great, are kitchen timers with loud alarms, the kind that clips to your belt. So if you wander into the living room, you still hear the reminder to come back. Fire extinguisher mounted on the wall near your exit, not under the sink where you can't reach it. A BC rated. Learn pass, pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Watch YouTube tutorials. Practice the motions. Reorganize so that everything you use regularly sits between waist and eye level. No climbing on step stools for everyday dishes. Use reaching tools for lower shelves. These aren't admissions of weakness. They're smart adaptations. My mother refused to reorganize her kitchen. "I know where everything is," she'd say, right up until she fell off a step stool, reaching for a casserole dish and broke her wrist. She reorganized the next week. Don't be my mother. Be smarter than my mother. Essential 6. Security that protects you from more than medical emergencies. Safety isn't just about falling or heart attacks. It's also about protecting yourself from people with bad intentions. And, yeah, criminals sometimes target homes where they think older people live alone. Not always, but sometimes. And sometimes is enough. Modern security systems. Be simply safe. Ring alarm. ADT cameras. Motion sensors. Professional monitoring. $30 to $60 monthly. Connect to your smartphone. Video doorbells have become essential. Ring or Nest Hello. See who's at your door before you decide whether to open it. Protects you from aggressive salespeople. Scammers. Potential threats. Watch out for scams. The grandparent scam. Someone calls crying. Says they're your grandson. In jail. Needs bail money immediately. Hang up. Call your grandson directly. IRS impersonation. Threatening calls about unpaid taxes. The IRS never calls first. They mail letters. Tech support scams. Pop-up screaming your computer's infected. Microsoft doesn't make unsolicited calls. Never give out personal information over the phone to unexpected callers, ever. I don't care how official they sound. Upgrade your locks. Schlage or quick-set deadbolts with at least a 1-inch throw. Window locks on ground floor windows, security bars for sliding doors, motion-activated exterior lighting, Leon Light LED security lights. Bright illumination when someone approaches. Criminals hate light. Join your neighborhood watch if there is one. Many neighborhoods use Nextdoor to alert each other about suspicious activity in real time. Look, I don't want to make you paranoid. Most people are good. Most neighbors are trustworthy, but most isn't the same as all. And it's the not all we're protecting against. Essential 7. Bathroom features that keep you off the floor. Bathrooms cause more falls than any other room. Hard tile, water, soap, tight spaces. Perfect storm for accidents. And when you live alone, a bathroom fall can go from bad to catastrophic fast. Grab bars, real ones, not decorative towel bars that rip out of the wall when you actually need them. Moen Home Care or Delta Faucet, rated for at least 300 pounds, mounted into wall studs. If you're not confident installing them yourself, hire someone. This isn't the place to cheap out or DIY if you don't know what you're doing. Test your grab bars monthly. Pull on them with your full weight. Any movement, any creaking, they need reinstallation, shower chair or bench, Carex or Drive Medical, stable seating. Sitting while you shower doesn't make you less independent. It makes you safer and less likely to end up in the hospital with a broken hip. Handheld shower head. Waterpick makes good ones. Sit comfortably while you shower. Reduces fall risk dramatically. Non-slip mats inside and outside your tub. Gorilla Grip bath mat. Maori. Should feel slightly rough underfoot. Replace every year. They lose effectiveness. Raised toilet seat if standing up has gotten harder. Carex. Raised toilet seat adds 4 to 6 inches. Makes sitting and standing significantly easier. Waterproof phone or medical alert device in your bathroom. Many falls happen while showering. If you're injured and wet, you need help immediately. I know someone who refused all this. I'm not that old, she'd say. Then she fell getting out of the shower. Broke her collarbone. Couldn't reach her phone. Lay on the bathroom floor for 8 hours until her daughter stopped by. She has grab bars now. Wishes she'd installed them sooner. Essential 8. Connections that keep loneliness from killing you. Let me tell you something nobody talks about enough. The biggest danger of living alone after 60 isn't physical. It's loneliness. Brigham Young University research found chronic loneliness harms your health as much as smoking 15 cigarettes daily. Increases heart disease risk by 29%, stroke by 32%. This isn't touchy-feely stuff. This is actual medical risk. You need real systems that genuinely connect you to other humans. Learn video calling if you're not comfortable with it yet. FaceTime, Google Duo, Zoom, doesn't matter which. What matters is being able to see and talk to loved ones face to face. Most libraries and senior centers offer free technology classes. Join groups that meet regularly. Church, book club, walking club, volunteer organization. Anything that puts you in contact with the same people weekly who'll notice if you're missing. Barbara joined Tuesday morning water aerobics at the Y. When she missed 2 sessions with a cold, 3 classmates called to check on her. That's what you need. Consider a pet if your health allows. Dogs and cats provide companionship, routine, purpose. Dogs especially encourage exercise and help you meet neighbors. Studies show pet owners over 65 visit doctors 30% less often. Many shelters run senior-for-senior programs matching older animals with older adults. Schedule regular outside activities. Put them on your calendar like doctor appointments, weekly coffee with a friend, volunteer commitments, exercise classes. Treat them as non-negotiable. When you live alone, it's too easy to cancel. But those are exactly the times you need connection most. Check out your local senior center. They're not depressing. They're vibrant community hubs on transportation, meals, fitness classes, art workshops, day trips, social activities. Annual membership usually costs less than $50. Social media counts, but only if it leads to real interactions. Facebook keeps you updated on family's daily life, connects you to groups around your interests, but it shouldn't replace face-to-face connection. It should enhance it. Honestly, this is the one people resist most. I'm fine alone, they say. I don't need people around. Maybe. Or maybe you're just used to being alone and convincing yourself it's the same as preferring it. There's a difference. Essential 9. Your important papers where someone can actually find them. This isn't exciting. but it's critical. When you live alone, you're the only keeper of all your important information. If something happens, other people need to step in quickly. Comprehensive file, physical and digital, at will. Power of attorney for financial and healthcare decisions. Advance Healthcare Directive. Insurance policies. Property deeds. Financial account information. Passwords. Fireproof. Waterproof safe. Sentry Safe SFW 123GDC runs about $200. Tell at least 2 trusted people where it is and how to access it. Digital backup and secure cloud storage. Dropbox or Google Drive. Give access credentials to someone you trust completely. Store those credentials separately from other passwords. Password Manager. LastPass. 1Password. Dashlane. Stores all passwords securely. You only remember one master password. They have emergency access features, letting designated people request access if you're incapacitated. Letter of instruction, practical guidance for whoever has to step in. Where important items are. Funeral preferences. Medications and why you take them. Who to contact. Which accounts need closing. Online account info. This is an act of love for people who will make decisions during crisis or after you're gone. Medical information sheet. Doctors' names and contacts. Medical history. Current medications with dosages. Allergies. Medical devices you use. Insurance info. Healthcare power of attorney contact. Keep copies in your car. Wallet. On your refrigerator. In your emergency file. Upload to your phone's health app so emergency responders can access it. Review everything annually. Pick a date that's easy to remember, your birthday or New Year's Day. Make sure beneficiaries still make sense. Contacts are current. Wishes still reflect your values. Consider an elder law attorney. $1,000 to $3,000 but ensures documents are legally current. Valid in your state. Truly reflect your wishes. If cost's a concern, many bar associations offer reduced fees for seniors, or you can keep everything scattered in various drawers and hope nobody needs to find anything important quickly. Hey, see how that works out? Living well, not just surviving. These 9 essentials aren't about managing decline. They're about creating conditions that let you keep growing, experiencing joy, maintaining real independence. Every item on this list removes an obstacle between you and the life you want. Medical alerts let you move confidently knowing help's available. Proper lighting lets you do everything you love without fear. Social connections strengthen relationships across distance. Helen made changes after her backyard incident. Got a medical alert system, upgraded lighting, organized medications, joined a book club, started video calling her daughter twice weekly, volunteers at the library Thursday mornings. She told me recently she's never felt more independent. I used to think being independent meant doing everything myself without any help, she said. Now I understand real independence means having the right support so I can live on my own terms. That's the shift I want you to embrace. These essentials aren't admissions of weakness. They're declarations you're committed to living fully and safely. You've earned this independence, decades of work, raising families, contributing to communities. You deserve to live in your own space exactly how you want, but you also deserve to do it safely, comfortably, with meaningful connections. Don't wait for crisis to force changes. Helen got lucky. Her daughter called when she didn't answer. Not everyone gets that fortune. Make these decisions now, while you're clear-headed and capable. Start this week. Pick one essential. Maybe order a medical alert system. Maybe reorganize medications. Then next week, tackle another. Within 2 months, you'll have transformed your situation from vulnerable to secure, from isolated to connected, from surviving to thriving. And remember, asking for help setting up these systems, talking with family about plans, Admitting you need these tools? That's not weakness, that's wisdom. A mature recognition that independence at 60 looks different than independence at 30. And that's not just okay, that's exactly as it should be. Your next chapter can be remarkable. These 9 essentials are the foundation that makes it possible.